Hello and welcome back finally to Improvised Tools. My name is Kyle, your, host for the evening. Because we're not doing Dungeons and Dragons, we're doing podcast style. I'm with my lovely co-host, Ryan, Nikki, and Joe. Say hi, everyone.
Hello
everyone.
from this crack house.
Don't worry, Joe. You're actually going to be talking today. Unfortunately, I didn't realize it until this last second. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Joe, you have to get sick again and do the monologue all over again.
Oh my god, it sounded crazy, guys.
Oh my god. You know, guys, we're just gonna run the whole. It's scripted anyway, so we might as well just run the whole thing back.
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
true.
let's run the whole episode back. You're right, Kyle.
Yes.
Let's start from the beginning.
Exactly.
Yeah, but you have to get sick again, so you have your sick voice.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll go outside and eat some dirt, and we'll see what happens.
Before we get into the stream, I'd like to thank our sponsor, Dubby. I don't have any Dubby materials nearby because, as you could probably tell from the backgrounds and also Ryan's, I have moved, so I don't have any of my stuff. But thank you, Dubby, for sponsoring the stream. Use 10% off at checkout. Improvise 10, and you'll get 10% off your order.
10% off W.
W.GG.
W.GG.com.
Also, make sure you're following us on our social medias. I'm going to be updating those in a couple weeks, considering that we will be having our new DM, Joe, run the campaign for a couple weeks.
Whoa!
Joey
Follow us
boy,
on YouTube,
Joey
Improvised Tools.
boy.
Make sure you drop a follow in the Twitch chat, twitch.tv/ImprovisedTools if you're watching the YouTube. Drop a follow. Also, if you're live on the stream, make sure that you use that discount code on our Etsy store, which is currently inactive, but will be active up to next week when I finally set up the 3D printer to print again. That being said, check out our Etsy store, etsy.com/ImprovisedTools. Instagram, TikTok, ImprovisedTools. You can find us all over the place. We use the same logo for all of our social platforms, so it's not hard to miss. So check them out, Improvised Tools. Now, today, like I said, we're not going to be doing Dungeons and Dragons. We're going to be doing a little bit of a different one. We did a podcast one a couple of weeks ago, or at this point, 2 months ago. Excuse me. And I'm going to pass it over to the host of the evening, Nikki.
Hello, everyone. Sorry. I'm trying to turn up my volume on my computer.
Yeah, can you turn them
Anyway,
up a little bit?
welcome to Improvised Tools Reads Reddit.
Woo!
That would have been a good time for the woo, Joe.
Oh, wait, I'm so sorry. Hold on. Let me fix that.
It was lacking.
There we go.
Yeah.
Okay, so this podcast will pertain to me reading different Reddit stories about D&D. So there's a good mix in here, primarily from D&D horror stories, RPG horror stories, I think that's what that one's called, and the Am I the Asshole subreddit. So I also have my counsel to help judge.
What's their names?
I think this one's Crouton? No. This one's just generally a capybara. This one's Otter. Very creative. This one's Crouton. And then the moose guy back there is Morris.
I'm not gonna lie, I only saw 2 of those, so I'm very thankful that you actually named all of them.
I don't do Reddit, so this will be new for me.
Yeah,
I don't do Reddit, so this will be new for me.
You old man.
Yeah.
That's so crazy to me. I guess a little fun fact about me is that I love Reddit. Love Reddit. Will read Reddit stories. Will listen to Reddit stories. I follow a bunch of subreddits based on all of my special interests. So Reddit really is my thing. So I felt that it could be fun to introduce, I guess, Reddit stories to Ryan and Joe. And also, I get to read a bunch of Reddit stories. So
You get to do your thing. You get to do your thing,
Yes.
and instead of doing Dungeons and Dragons and then reading Reddit stories at separate times, now you can do them at the same time.
Exactly. So, whenever you guys are ready, I'm ready.
I'm not ready.
Thumbs
I'm
up?
not ready.
Okay. I'll wait. I'll take
Okay.
a little sip of my
Of your Reddit juice.
Mm-hmm.
It's a.
Okay.
Actually, it's not W.
My Reddit
Is it
juice.
Reddit juice?
It's like there's it reminds me of the go-go juice that they would give the pageant girls.
Not too sure. What you're
I don't know what you're
talking
talking about, but they should, W, if you're listening, you
Only-
should make a flavor called Reddit Mod Tears.
Wait, that's actually kind of fire.
Yeah, that would be fucking hilarious. And it should just have the cap, like, you know how, like, the screw cap? They should make the screw cap a fedora. Because when I hear
does it
Reddit
taste like,
Mod,
Ryan?
all I think about is, like, my name is Sunset Ledoux. Nice to meet you.
Oh, coincidence.
So what flavor is it?
Fucking piss. I don't know.
I don't know how popular that one's gonna be.
It's the most popular flavor, piss flavored. I don't know, blueberry fucking smash.
No, it's gotta be like a very basic flavor, like
Raspberry.
raspberry.
Chocolate,
Yeah, raspberry chocolate.
raspberry chocolate.
Wow,
Oh.
that sounds awful.
Chocolate covered raspberries.
It
Joe.
could be like you never have like cherry cough medicine as a kid, and like it tastes like dog shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it could be.
Well, or it could be like
No, it's
a
gotta be
cherry
good.
cola type flavor.
It can't be good. It's got to be a really shitty flavor.
No,
No,
but
'cause it's gonna
Reddit
be
is
our
so
flavor.
good.
Oh, our flavor is gonna be Reddit Mod Tears.
Mm-hmm.
Trademark it. Trademark it.
What if it's like, what if it's water flavored?
Just water.
Reddit
What?
is
There-
still-
There's no flavoring.
Listen,
It's
Reddit
just
mods
caffeine. It's just
Reddit mods
caffeine.
don't drink water. Come on, let's be real.
Yeah, it should, honestly, it should just be fucking Mountain Dew flavored
It
or
should-
Cheeto fucking flavored.
Or
White Monster flavored.
I was gonna say white
White Monster? No, that's Boomer juice.
No, that's Kyle juice.
That's Boomer. Exactly, it's Boomer juice.
I drink. way
Aren't
too
you
many
the oldest
Monsters.
one here?
I know, but I don't drink White Monster.
Yeah, he just drinks Nosses.
Ugh.
Or that could be our flavor. Our flavor could be Boomer juice, and it could be White Monster.
Gross.
All right, I think I'm ready, Nikki.
Okay, you're ready?
I think I'm ready. I'm ready to lick this outlet.
I have a bunch of exposed.
Yeah, I know.
ones.
There's a bunch of exposed wires all around me. I feel like I'm gonna get electrocuted at any minute.
Now you know how I feel.
Now I know how Kaya feels.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll read the subreddit that it's from and obviously the title, but I'm not gonna read the usernames of the people because I'm already reading the title. So this story comes from D&D Horror Stories. So this was actually posted 2 days ago.
Oh shit.
Oh.
Yep.
Hey,
There's
Oh.
no updates. There's no updates, but I felt this could be interesting. So, player turned entire party against my friend due to her age. This happened a while ago, but I recently discovered this subreddit and decided to share. All names are fake. So, me, my friend Kiara, and my friend Kevin decided to start a D&D campaign. Kevin would DM, and since we wanted a few more players, he also invited his boyfriend Tom, who in turn invited his own friend Sam. Then Kevin also invited Alvin and Max. So all in all, we had a pretty full party. Now, for context, Kiara is the youngest at 11 at the time, and I was the oldest 17. But me, Kevin, and Kiara had met in our old school, which was a primary and secondary mixed, and we had just clicked. So this wasn't an online type of meeting situation. But the first time the others met Kiara in real life was, the first time the others met Kiara in real life was at the first D&D session. Kiara had always had trouble making friends her own age and got along better with older kids, but tended to get abandoned the moment she revealed her age, which is why she kept her age a secret to new friends. She could easily pass as 16 or even older, so no one questioned her age, and only me, Kevin, and her knew she was 11. Since Kevin was the DM, he kept in mind that the campaign had to be as kid-friendly as possible, since the entire party was minors, and he was 15 himself. This wasn't really making any drastic changes. We weren't planning anything super gory or sexual either way. In the second session, we decided to meet at Kiara's house and then have a sleepover there, since she had a huge room, and Kiara's mom also approved of this, knowing all of the ages. The second session went well as well, and we all had a fun game. After the session ended, Alvin and Max hung up because they are online. At some point in the evening, however, Kiara slipped up slightly about her age and decided to just tell everybody how old she was. Sam and Tom, who didn't know, were a bit surprised, but after a few moments of shock, they brushed it off, and we kept playing board games. Later that evening, Sam suddenly decided that he wasn't going to sleep over at all due to his anxiety, and he decided to leave and go home. The rest of us stayed and slept over, and everything seemed fine. However, a few days later, when I woke up, suddenly Kiara was no longer in the group chat. No messages, no anything, she just left. I asked Kiara why she left, and she said that Kevin told her that pretty much the entire group was uncomfortable with her age. So I went to Kevin and asked him what happened and why I was excluded from the discussion. He had said he asked the party and that everyone seemed uncomfortable with Kiara and decided she should leave. At that, I decided to leave as well, since I didn't want to play with a party that would just kick someone out without even giving them a chance to defend themselves. Then Kevin asked me to meet him, since he wanted to explain what happened and was better at expressing himself in real life. So I met with him, and he revealed that it was in fact Tom that had pressured the entire party to say negative things about Kiara. Sam had in fact left the sleepover due to being uncomfortable with Kiara's age, but he was still okay with playing with her, just not sleeping over. But Tom pressured him to say that he wasn't comfortable playing with an 11-year-old, as well as pressuring the rest of the party due to D&D being inappropriate for kids. Quote. Even though Kevin had made it a kid-friendly campaign that was still fun for everyone. Then, after pressuring the party, Tom had pressured Kevin into telling Kiara that she was out. Anyways, after that, Kiara decided to cut off the entire party except for me. I eventually managed to reunite Kiara and Kevin, since it wasn't Kevin's fault really, and Kevin eventually broke up with Tom due to several red flags, including this one. The thing is, Tom had nothing to lose, since he had other friends a part of the group and outside of the party. But for Kevin, the party was his only friends, so it all fell apart for him. Sam and Max also asked me to give my apologies to Kiara and said they were fine with her age and never wanted her to be kicked out. And that's the end of the story. So
These are Zoomers.
These are Zoomers
These
at
are
the
people
time,
half
at
our
least.
age.
These are
But-
fucking Zoomers, and these.
Yeah. So, what do you guys think about that age difference thing?
Fucking kids.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to put in a.
They're fucking kids. What does it fucking matter? You guys are kids.
That's
If it was like
how I
grown
feel,
adults
too.
playing with an 11-year-old, yeah, we have a fucking problem.
No, I actually very much agree with that. Like, the only thing that I can understand being uncomfortable about is the sleepover part. because
That's fucking weird.
like why like a 15-year-old not really knowing that the girl was 11 just feels kind of icky. I don't know.
That's just weird that you sleep over someone's house that you don't know. Clearly.
Yeah, no, I
That's
agree.
fucking weird. But
The mom's
also
kind of
it
a red
seems
flag
like
for the
they're
sleepover
Zoomers.
thing.
They're Zoomers,
Yeah.
so, you know, they're fucking retarded. So, I don't. They're kids. What does it matter? You know.
Yeah.
No,
I don't know why the Tom guy was just so upset with playing with her in
I
the
think it'll-
campaign.
I think
like
it
that
re-
doesn't.
I truly think it doesn't even come down to the players in anything. I really think it comes down to in some circumstances, to the parents. I mean, you're letting your 11-year-old hang out with people that are much, much older than your child.
Yeah, that's weird. Like, why would you like your
That
kid's
was
11?
what-
Why are you gonna be like, yeah, all these 15 and 16-year-olds could stay at our house? I think that's a fucking bad parent right there.
Yeah, that's weird to me too. Like honestly, the mom's the red flag here.
Yeah, but like if they were like came over for the session and then they're like, all right, bye. Like that's totally different.
Yeah, that's
like a
perfectly
sleepover?
normal to me.
I'm also not
Weird.
saying that Tom is really in the wrong per se. I think he could have approached it differently. I think that him feeling uncomfortable with the age difference is definitely warranted to certain people. But I think that he should have approached it a little bit differently. Like went to the DM or went
Yeah,
to
but
the
they're
people that
also they're
created
playing
the-
a fucking kids game. They're Dungeons and Dragons. Like I get it, we're adults playing this, but this is a fucking kids game. All right, this is a kids game. All right, the kids in Stranger Things play this shit. All right, it's a kids game. It's like people playing Pokemon. Yeah, it's Pokemon, but it's a fucking kids game. All right. 10-year-olds, 11-year-olds, what? They fucking never played they haven't played Call of Duty where you fucking blow people's heads off. Like, same thing, you know? When I was 10 or 11, I was playing Grand Theft Auto, fucking running over hookers and fucking robbing fucking liquor stores, alright?
It's a little bit different now.
Is it? It's probably worse now. It's probably worse. I couldn't buy an M-rated game when I was younger. Now you could probably, a fucking kid could probably buy an M-rated game. No one gives a fuck.
That is true.
They just need to lie about their age on like the Xbox.
Oh yeah, you can do digital
That's
download.
what I
store or
mean.
You can do
whatever.
Digital
stores.
download.
Yeah. And it comes down to the parent making sure that they're doing the right
Also,
stuff.
they made
Bro.
sure to like emphasize the like no gory, no sexual things in it too. Like it was kid friendly. The game.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, if they were probably playing, like, an actual, like, Dungeons and Dragons campaign. Like, a normal one. That's for kids.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Like, it's a fucking kids game. And, like, for people to be like, oh, well, kids can't be exposed to this. You got people playing Roblox, reenacting Sandy Hook on fucking Roblox, alright?
Roblox is crazy.
Yeah, Roblox is wild. But that's a kids game. Like, I don't know. You're telling me that this 11-year-old hasn't fucking played like Red Dead Redemption or fucking Grand Theft Auto? Red Dead Redemption, you can like pick up a feminist who's like promoting women's suffrage and throw her on train tracks and let a train run over her.
That's insane.
So
Joe,
I mean, I
do
don't
you-
know.
Joe, do you have any thoughts on this?
No, I agree with everyone else. I don't know. I think it's like, I just think it's so silly. Like, I do agree. Like the sleepover part is kind of is like kind of insane. Because it's like, I don't know. I probably shouldn't say that. But like,
Just say it. No one's watching the stream. It's fine.
it's kind of like.
We got 2 people watching.
I don't know. It's like the same energy as like the situations of like 18-year-olds sneaking into 21 plus clubs. You feel me?
Yeah.
Same vibes.
It's like you're kind of going in with the expectation that like everybody is of similar age, and it's like the dynamic becomes very weird when you have somebody who's like half a decade that's younger than you. So like if you, like I certainly wouldn't be comfortable even if I was, 16 or 17 years old. I wouldn't be comfortable, like having fucking sleepovers with an 11-year-old. Like that's
Yeah,
like
that's fucking weird.
preposterous.
It'd be
That's fucking weird.
it'd
Like
be
that
like
that
what-
part's weird.
It'd be like when we started, like when I invited you to the group and not telling you that everyone was like 18 years old. And like,
Yeah, but that like, but like we're not having sleepovers. We're playing a fucking game, and then I'm going home. Like, that's the same thing as me going on Xbox Live and popping in a fucking Call of Duty lobby, and I'm probably gonna be matched with like fucking a bunch of Zoomer. Like when I was in high school, I was matched with a bunch of fucking grown men throwing around slurs and shit, but also like a bunch of kids too. Like you're playing a game. It's just the sleepover part makes it fucking weird for everyone. I will say that.
I agree with you.
Maybe Tom just felt betrayed because of the sleepover thing. Like he thought he was gonna be on like the next How to Catch a Predator or some shit.
Oh my god.
He thought who's the streamer who got arrested for beating up predators?
Vitality?
Vitali. He thought like Vitali was gonna hop out and like start beating his ass.
listen, that man's on his 5th trip journey. Who the fuck knows what he's trying to do nowadays?
His 5th trip. What does that mean?
No, he literally is like, he went from like a crackhead to like a gym bro to a predator
Wasn't
hunter.
he in Russian prison?
Man, hold on. I think I'm talking
Yes.
about someone else.
Johnny Somali's in Korean prison.
Yeah, thank God.
Oh
Bye-bye.
no, yeah, I'm thinking of someone else. Sorry. I'm thinking of
Not to get off topic, but you guys remember FPS Russia?
Yes.
What a
No.
legend.
Oh yeah.
What a fucking legend.
I know. I'm assuming he's like, well, he's been out of prison for a while, right?
Yeah,
Why, what
he's been
happened
out
to
of prison, but like he just hasn't made anything. He got
Yeah, his-
arrested for like all like the illegal firearms he had.
Oh. Yeah, let's see. His last video was 10 years ago.
Hello, my friends.
Oh,
Let's see. It was, it doesn't have the date. Oh, it does. April 16th, 2016 was his last video.
FPS Russia.
Yeah. Then he probably got arrested shortly after.
What a legend.
Yeah. Next topic.
Next
Oh.
story. Let's go. Fuck. Wait.
Next
To end us
story.
the story. Fuck you, Tom. It's just a game. I can understand how it would be weird for the sleepover.
And bad parents.
Bad parents. Definitely 0 out of 10 parenting skills there. That's fucking weird that you have a bunch of teenagers in your house with your 11-year-old daughter. But you should kids game. You guys should play together and have fun. No, just don't sleep over with each other. That's fucking
Yeah,
weird.
that's probably the weird part.
That's fucking weird. Don't do that.
Next story.
Next story.
Next story. So this one's coming from Am I the Asshole or AITAH? Because there's different ones. This is a different one. Okay.
Is this the Zoomers again?
You could just say, am I the asshole one? None of us
Yeah.
would know.
It's the I guess they are Zoomers. They're around my age, but this one I did pick because I thought Noah was gonna be here, but that's okay. I'm still gonna read it. But am I the asshole for telling my D&D party to not draw my character with a dress? A couple of weeks ago, I, 23 female, joined a D&D campaign with a few friends. For the most part, everything has gone fine and we've had fun. The campaign is set in semi-modern times, and my character is a female human with very masculine way of dressing. A few weeks ago, we all made a Discord server together to talk about our characters. One of our party members, who we'll call Daryl, 21 male, asked if he could draw our characters. We all said yeah, so last Wednesday, he sent a digital artwork of our characters in various outfits. this would be fine, except he drew my character, the only female one in the party, in a big pink fluffy dress. I didn't want to cause a problem, and so I just said the art was nice and left it at that. Now, this Saturday, he sent another artwork with the same thing. Generally, different outfits for all of the characters, but mine was the only one that had a huge swap of wearing a frilly blue dress. I ended up DMing Daryl saying I liked the art, but if he could keep my character in more of a masculine style going forward. This went badly. He started getting upset, saying that everybody's outfits were changed and nobody else had any issues. That I told him he could draw my character, and if I really hated it that much, then I could ignore it because it's his art. I thought this was childish and asked the DM if she could do anything, to which she said no, and that while she gets why I'm upset, it's his artwork in the end. She can't say anything.
That's the end of the
That's
story.
the end of the story.
Yep.
That's a terrible way of ending the story. By the way, Noah was listening this whole time.
Hi, Noah.
Hey Noah, can you hear me?
Noah, I picked this story because like you're the artist of the group, so I figured that like you would have an opinion on this.
So
I'll start off with mine though.
Yeah.
So
Is he in Discord or
No, he's in
he's in Twitch chat?
he's in the Twitch chat. Yeah.
Sup, chat?
okay.
He can hear y'all.
Sup, chat.
Sup, chat?
So the way that I see it, okay, it is Daryl's art. You know what I mean? Like, I guess he can do what he wants, whatever. But, like, he's totally changing the character in a way because, like, the masculine way of dressing is part of the character. So, like, it doesn't, like, I know that it's his art, but it doesn't really make sense, like, why he needs to change it so drastically. But at the end of the day, it is his art, so I feel like it's not something to get, like, that upset about, you know?
I will say she left this out. Did she tell him what her character looked like?
Yes.
She did.
That's the
she
assumption
said that
is
she
that-
specifically
She
stated
never said that I told Daryl
I
what
think
my
it's
character.
I'm assuming the wait, hold on. Let me see if it's in the comments.
Read it through again, because I'd never heard her say once
She didn't directly say it, but I assume that they had already either had a session or they had explained to each other with like a session 0. It doesn't like specifically state
Well, they
it,
said that
so,
they
like, the
created a
first time-
Discord to talk about it. So
Yeah.
it had to have been talked about.
And
For-
like after the first drawing, she did tell him that she would want him to keep it masculine.
No, it was after the second
After the
one.
second
the
drawing.
first one she had no she
Yeah,
didn't
the
say
first one
anything.
she didn't say anything, but like,
Oh
listen,
yeah,
if you like are like, yo, that's not what my character wears. Like, one, you should just be like straight up and honest first time go around.
Yeah.
You know. But two, like the guy like being like all offensive, like, oh, it's my fucking art. Shut the fuck up, dude. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
You're drawing art and you're not representing the character right. So, like, obviously the person who made the character is going to be like, yo, that's not what I like. Don't just be a little bitch boy and be like, oh, I can't fucking do this. My art. I do it my way. Like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
All right? Like, and then two, you should, like, one, it's so not a big deal. Like, it's a made-up character. It's a made-up character. You know? It don't matter. And your art doesn't go into the campaign, does it? Does it affect how you play? No?
But your figurines do. That's why pick yours up at etsy.com/improvisedtools.
Yeah, I'm
Damn,
making
that was a
Evelyn
crazy switch.
figurines, and Evelyn's figurines are only going to be wearing large frilly dresses, and Mr. Keegan figurines are also going to be wearing large frilly dresses. And
Oh,
then
that's perfect.
Gleer figurines,
You
just
know,
butt ass naked. Frog
well,
dung.
Well, Noah says that everyone should be drawn in dresses. So
Okay, no, we
Oh,
should.
true.
You know what? No,
Just to spite this person, because like it's really not that big of a deal. Gleer is gonna wear a dress for the next campaign, for the next session.
Period.
We're gonna come back from our mini campaign, and you're just gonna be in a dress.
Yes. Like we're gonna get back from the mini campaign, and everyone's gonna be like, "Whoa, that was like a crazy little story that just happened," and like Gleer's gonna be like, "What'd I miss?" He's gonna be in a fucking ballroom dress.
That's the way to do it.
That's what I mean. Like, it's not that big of a deal, bro. Like, are you the asshole? No. Is the other guy an asshole? No.
I think it's
Is
an
the DM
everyone
being like a little
sucks
bitch?
here.
Yes.
Yeah. There's
I would
also
say
on the subreddit, there's another option that's everyone sucks here.
yeah, everyone sucks here. Everyone sucks here. You're all being little whiny bitches. It's not that big of a deal. It's art, and it's like I said, it's a fucking kids game.
I want to know, Noah's thoughts, and I would like to know if Joe has any thoughts, and then Kyle, if you have any thoughts. But I want to know Noah's take on this.
I
Because
really
I
want
can't see
Noah
the
to draw
Twitch
me in a
chat.
dress.
Noah has thoughts, just so you know.
Okay, what are they?
That's literally what he wrote. I have thoughts.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so here's what Noah said. Noah said there's a difference between drawing like a super popular character in a dress versus a character made by your own friend. Yeah. I could see that. I can see that. Like, for example, like if you were to start drawing Superman in a dress,
It's been done.
it's been done.
It's been done.
It wouldn't be that big of a deal. But like, if it's your character, you made it, you want it the way you want it. But then don't have one person commission it.
That's what I mean.
If you have a problem with it, do it yourself. I would say. Actually.
But why wouldn't you say something the first time if it made you so upset?
I want Joe's opinion.
I also want to know what his I want to know because there's some key details missing. What's the reasoning behind the dress? Just because it's a chick?
Probably.
I have a feeling that's definitely why there's the dress.
Just because
she's
it's the one
only female. Yeah, she's the only female in, like, the character's
class
the
is
only
she?
female. She's human.
Nope, that's
No,
not
that's
class.
not a class. That's a race.
It's okay.
Oh,
Close.
it doesn't
Actually,
say.
it's a species now.
It's
It
2024
doesn't
species.
say.
doesn't say.
I don't think so. I did close out of it. Let me double check though. Also,
See, like it would be weird if like
I-
it was a barbarian, but like I could see like if you're a spellcaster or a wizard or something.
Nah, man. Imagine it was a little janky princess just hulks out.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. If I saw a barbarian in a dress, I would shit my pants.
Okay.
Noah, I agree with you in the sense that like it's not a big character. Like I understand like whatever, it's his art, but I can understand the frustration because it's like you know what my character's supposed to look like, so like why change it when you're keeping everybody else's like pretty much the same, just like with little tweaks to their outfits. So I understand her frustration. And like he did not need to be so whiny about it. I don't understand. I hate when men whine. Like there's no point. Like stop whining.
Yeah, like you're literally all you are acting like they're all acting like little bitches, in my opinion, personally. No, can you draw Gleer in a dress?
We'll get an answer soon.
Joe, it's
Joe,
your turn.
Joe, what's your thoughts and opinions on this one?
I honestly agree with Noah because like I don't know, like when something's like your creation and like I don't know, I'd be pretty frustrated in that situation, but like and I get that they're just like a regular D&D table and they're not streaming or anything, but like if it was our situation, right? And like you know, you like first of all, if you're like So wait, I have a question. Is this artist part of the? Is it like a commission artist, or is it part of their like table?
No, he's part of the group.
It's
part
just
of their
part of
group.
their
It'd be like
table
if
doing
Noah
it for
was
fun.
doing it.
No, I don't even think it's like, I think that from the way that I was reading it as like, it's just like casual art. Like it's nothing that's
what'd he
like
say?
super.
What'd he say?
Well, no, I'm gonna read. So the first thing he said, yes, exactly. I meant that like a super popular character, you don't have any control of what people do to them. But like if it's just made amongst friends, you should probably respect what they want. And then his answer to you is, I could draw Gleer in a latex bodysuit.
Yes. Yes, please. I wanted
See,
the
he wouldn't
bulge to
just
be
do
as
that.
obscene as possible, and a Gleer to have his fucking ass cheeks like just prominent
No, you're gonna have a bunch of like warts that
that are poking through.
yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just a
Yeah.
little like different because like shit like that really doesn't bother me. But I could see I see where you guys are coming from. Like if it's like a close friend, like, but also like why is the art guy being such a little bitch? Like it's my art.
Like
You're
just say
doing it
like,
for
okay, I
fun.
won't do it anymore.
Yeah, I also
Yeah.
think that like if you're drawing the character in a way that they're not supposed to be perceived, then like especially if you're at the table, which is why I'm asking the question, like first of all, if you're a commission artist and you're drawing things that people don't want, like you suck at your job. But if you're at the table and you're just drawing things, if you're drawing characters into your interpretation of them, that's not following the interpretation that the other players or another player wants their character to be perceived as, then you're like intentionally changing the way that the character works. Like you're changing their design. You know, it's like
Yeah,
I don't know. It would be like a lot of the characters, like the way that they're dressed or the way that they look aesthetically, are core and fundamental to, you know, it'd be like because Gleer is like he wears the jester outfit.
Yeah.
Right? It's like and there's like a very good reason behind that. But if he was wearing like a different outfit, it would
It throws
change
off the
dynamic
story.
of this character.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Like Mr. Keegan dresses kind of like a traveling musician hippie guy, right? Like he's got the glasses. He's like it's part of his background.
Yeah,
It would be like
it helps
putting
tell the story.
it would be like putting Evelyn in like lingerie and that's it for her outfit. Like that would not make sense.
Yeah,
Wait,
like
she doesn't wear lingerie?
if you use that example, right, and it's like somebody interprets Evelyn as like being in lingerie, like even if it's like not like a public interpretation, right? Like you keep this notebook to yourself and don't show anyone, then like in your head you have this like sexualized interpretation on the character, which is completely false from the way that the
from what
person
she is.
created it, you know? And it's like so it's almost like you're not paying attention or respecting the character that they created in the first place, you know?
I also think
Yeah,
it's
like-
crazy for like the only female character to have like the biggest outfit change. Sorry, like
I also find I don't know. I kind of feel like we're missing something. Like, not to be like that. Not that it
No, that's
feels like
okay,
we're
that's
missing
okay.
some part of the story. Like, there's gotta be we're missing something. There's something
me-
else to this story that they're not telling. Because there's two
I
sides.
am-
My logic is there's two sides to every story, right? I feel like
Yeah.
we're missing some details. Because why would you just be like, oh, I'm gonna take this character and just throw them in like a fucking ball gown? Like, was he creating a scene where they were in a ball at some point? Like, we're.
I think he was
I
just
don't know.
doing it for shits and giggles.
Yeah, he might just be
There's
fucking with
no-
her.
I think that's what it is. I think that he's just messing.
You
Like he's intentionally poking at her at this point.
and I could see that because I would do the exact same thing to you.
What?
I would if you were like, yo, like make this character on ChatGPT, like I would be like making your character like ugly as fuck or like
Well, yeah.
just totally fucked up, like he's got like a third fucking hand coming out of his asshole or something, like something retarded.
Well,
I think
also
too that you guys have that type of relationship. Sorry, I didn't
That's
mean to
we
cut
have
you
that
off,
type of
Kyle.
relationship, but also like what it comes down to a little bit, and Noah made a great point in the chat. It comes down to a level of just like straight up misogyny. Like there's no getting around that point that they just made this
That's
strictly
what I'm
because they heard
saying.
female
Yeah.
and they did that, and then they got offended when they basically got called out on it.
Yeah.
Period.
But I don't think
That
this
was
guy.
exactly my
I don't
thoughts.
think this was like misogynistic in any way. Like I don't think this was like forced misogyny. Like I think like
It has
What,
an
him drawing the
undertone.
dresser?
I
him
think
like
that
I'm
even
telling you, I think there's something else missing from this story. Like it's just so weird that you would go like that far off the deep end.
Yeah.
but I feel like that's a lot more common than you would expect.
Maybe I just also think like when I
There's no
think of like a
comments
fantasy
from
setting,
OP.
when I think of like a female character in a fantasy setting like that, I usually think of, okay, you either have, like, if you're playing a warrior, you're probably in battle armor. If you're a mage, you're in robes. And if you're just like a random NPC, you're probably in like peasant clothes, or like then the female would probably be in a dress.
Well, yeah, I mean that's usually.
That's what I mean. Like it would define based off your class.
Not wrong. All right. Verdict.
I guess that means I'm not misogynist. then,
Verdict.
right?
Is the OP the asshole?
So
I
the
think you're being a little
overwhelming
bitch.
majority
Personally,
say not the asshole.
I'm gonna say I don't think you're being an asshole, but I think you are.
No, asshole or not asshole.
I don't think you're being an asshole, but I think you shouldn't be offended that easily. I think you should rip him back a little bit. I think you should be like, your character has no dick or something. Get like rip him back. You guys are friends. Have fun. Play the game. He's probably fucking with you. And DM, you saying there's nothing you can do. That's fine. You want to stay neutral. Artist boy, stop being a little bitch. Respect people's decisions and what they want to do. Is that a choice in the vote option?
Nope, it's just asshole, not asshole.
Oh, okay.
No, I like the explanation. You sound like a commenter. Commenter.
Yeah, you're calm.
Oh no, I'm a fucking Redditor now.
All right.
Jesus.
Joe, asshole or not asshole?
Not asshole.
Not asshole. Not asshole. Noah says not asshole. What's the council say?
All four say not asshole.
So is that not the asshole? Like it's literally like you just tell a story.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then,
And then it's like for the intention for people to tell you if you're the asshole or not.
What was the actual vote on that? Like you said, there's a vote.
So that one didn't have a vote, but when I went through all of the comments, literally every single comment was not the asshole.
Oh, okay.
read some of the comments.
Yeah, read a comment.
Read some of the top voted ones.
Let me pull. It was a pretty small post. Hold on, I closed it out, but let me find it. Okay, here we go. Okay, not the asshole. You made a polite request that he blew totally out of proportion. That was the highest liked one. So another one.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
I also think you
another
probably
one-
should have said something the first time.
Yeah, it's really weird that
I
you don't
get
say
that.
anything.
Yeah, you should have said something the first time. In my opinion, honesty is always the best policy, and you shouldn't try to just like appease people.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
So then another comment says, not the asshole, longtime player here, and the very first question he should ask while preparing to draw anybody's character is, what is your character wearing? Any features, etc. Very weird to draw characters without getting to know them. We always use Google Images to find a close proximity of our character's look and feel when presenting avatars. The idea is that someone else could dictate what your character's tone is, which is ridiculous, and you should have been harsher initially. Nope, she's not like that at all. I'll send you a good description. you can work off of if you like. That one, I like the. I agree with this person, especially with that that artist, if he is doing it for the purpose of having the characters, this commenter is kind of like implying, he should have asked what everybody was wearing.
Yeah, I mean that's what I mean. Like, it was like you gotta give like a description. Like, he should have been like, "Oh, this is what the characters look like."
Yeah.
And then one
so
more
Noah,
comment.
wait, real quick. Noah asks, where would each of you draw the line as to what clothes you want your character to be drawn in, besides being naked?
I don't give a fuck.
I would say for me, like, I wouldn't want anything like, especially for Evelyn, like too revealing. Like, you can put her in a nun skirt. You can put her in like a form-fitting dress like she wore in some of the when we went to the masquerade. But like generally,
just no ankles.
No ankles, and like no crop top, no like leather suits. Like, that's just like so strange. Like, to think of like this holy woman wearing that.
I mean, I feel like the only like contingent thing that would make me upset is if I tell you how I want my character and then you just don't make it like that. Like, I don't like, I could just be like, if I just say, yeah, I have a male dragonborn, for example. All right, I didn't give you any description. Make it how it is. And if I get upset, that's on me.
That's true. That's 100%.
Or a I love Helm tank top, as Teddy is going to be wearing soon.
A tramp stamp. Oh my god. A drawing of Evelyn with like a tramp stamp that says like Helm's
tank top.
follower. No. I'm saying a tramp stamp.
Oh.
Yeah, I think it just also comes down to the character too. Like with Gleer, I feel like Gleer's like crazy and like kind of like, I don't know, out there, like crazy person. So like if Noah was to draw like Gleer in like a sexy maid outfit, I would find it fucking hilarious. Like, I wouldn't be upset by that. Like, you know.
Like,
I also think I have thicker skin than the average person.
Be like,
so.
Yeah.
Joe, how far would you let an artist take liberty with Mr. Keegan's clothing?
AKA Noah.
Depends. Oh, Noah? Yeah, he can do it. Noah can do whatever he wants. But if Kyle commissioned art that was like canonical to the campaign, because he's the DM, and it was like inaccurate to the character, I'd probably be pretty upset.
Yeah.
That's another point. Well, that's another point right there. Like, if it's like if it's us, like, we're all cool with each other, like, where we would be like, that's funny.
Well, like,
but like
I commission, like, if like when you watch our normal videos, you'll notice that the characters are like really well done drawings because I had someone draw it. But before I got that even approved, like to be drawn fully, I went to each one of the players and I said, how do you want this? And then after I asked them, I sent it to the artist. The artist sent it back, and I went to each player and I said, is this what you like? Tell me what you want changed, because this is how it's going to be. Like, it was a whole process. So
yeah.
The fact that there's some people out there that like, nope, it's my art. If you don't like it, go somewhere else, or make a big fuss out of it. It's just stupid. But yes, Noah, Mr. Keegan in a wet t-shirt contest sounds really good.
Dude, I would commission that.
Keegan would mess with that.
Wait, I didn't realize you were talking about Noah. You were talking about drawing, because I think it would be really funny to see Evelyn as like a pinup doll type thing.
But that's against
Multiverse Evelyn.
Yeah.
Like how you know how like some anime characters, like they're just like very nonchalant, and then like you have the really ecchi drawings of them that very select few people like.
Unfortunately,
yeah, like the drawings of Makima from Chainsaw Man. It's
Oh,
like she's
God.
wearing a suit all the time. Why are you drawing her in a bikini, bro?
Or this.
Because they want like.
Oh my God! Don't even do the
verse.
What
It's the beach day.
that
It's the
Frieren?
beach day episode.
What was that?
Is that
It's
free?
free.
On your back?
Yeah, it's free run.
Oh my god, bro! Prime example of some fucking like Rule 34 like art fan service. That's just awful.
Yes, but okay, but I could see where someone would make that shirt and they'd be like, "Listen, I think multiverse is always really cool." So I could see like where someone would be like, "Okay, I could see that." Like, you ever see like the Dragon Ball Z characters where they do them like in modern day clothes and stuff like
Yeah.
that? I think that's cool. You know, like that's totally different. But
Yeah,
like
free
if
run.
you're commissioning something that's canonical to the story, then I
Oh,
could
you
see.
mean like, for example, if Freerin was in like dark armor?
I don't know. I never seen.
Oh
Freerin,
shit.
so.
Okay. It'd be like if Goku, like if Black Goku never existed, and then all of a sudden Goku was in there.
Yeah, I mean, like
You know Goku Black?
Yes.
Oh. Okay, next story.
I could see how like if you're canonical, like if someone was like canonically doing it for like, oh, we're gonna use these as like for our story, like that's different. But like if someone's just like someone made that free run, like
Yeah.
you bought it.
I like it.
Exactly.
Okay.
Actually, my girlfriend
So
bought it for me.
our next
Exactly.
story. Our next story. This is coming from the Am I the Asshole subreddit.
Okay.
Am I the Asshole D&D edition 2024?
Oh
Ooh.
shit.
This is
I-
new stuff, that means.
Oh shit.
No, this is 2 years ago. This is a little dated.
Oh my god. Is it Zoomers again?
Has it really been out for 2 years already? Jeez.
It's D&D 24, bro.
It's
in the name.
2026.
No, because it came out at the end of the year, 2020 of 2024.
Oh, I guess that's true. Released
Is it-
2024.
Is it another Zoomer
So-
story?
We're gonna find out.
No, these are a little bit older. Like the main, like the OP is original poster, is 32.
It's a
So keep
fucking
this in mind.
millennial,
This
dude.
is
It's gonna be
this
even
is
worse than the
behavior.
Zoomer.
Older
This
than
is
you.
behavior from a 32-year-old man. Okay.
It's millennials. It's gonna be
I-
worse than the Zoomer. I'm calling it.
I, 32M, am a part of a D&D group created by my friend of 5 years and his work colleagues, of whom I have not met in person. My friend of 5 years, of whom I don't know why he keeps saying of whom, it's goofy, but of whom I spoke is the DM of the group. Basically, he has full say over what is allowed and not allowed within the fantasy setting our characters are in. Anyway, about 2 months ago, I was invited by my buddy to join the campaign as they were struggling to keep consistent players, and I wanted to play, so I joined. My buddy is 33, and his work colleagues vary in age, but from what I understand, they're generally early to mid-20s. It's a mixed group of men and women and varying personalities. Good for D&D. A few sessions ago, I did something kind of bold, which landed most of the party, including myself, in hot water, resulting in the group getting fined, save for one individual who made off like a little cockroach. The following session, I had a poor day leading up to it and was frustrated and in a bad mood due to outside factors. I behaved poorly when things didn't go my way and got a bit argumentative before rage quitting for the evening. The following session, I apologized for my behavior. The group was forgiving and life carried on, but I noticed that one member named Kyle, ironically, who already seemed to not like me since then, has been making passive-aggressive remarks in-game about my character and has gone out of his way to stifle when I am trying to roleplay as my character. Finally, leading to tonight's session, did the most overtly aggressive thing to my character. My character is a warlock, and has the ability to hide a magical item like a genie. When I chose to do that and hang out in the item while we were traveling in my cart, this person immediately piped up that their character then picked up the item my character retreated into and threw it into the woods, completely unprovoked. This guy in real life is probably in his early to mid 20s and plays the game like he's the main character and the leader of the group and makes 90% of the decisions in the group. I came into the game with the attitude of, it's just a game. I'm just a side character or a reoccurring character from now. And I figured I'd be more vocal and more established, and figured that I'd be more vocal the more established my character became and more of an asset to the group. This group of people, while mostly friendly, aren't tactile thinkers. So I felt a bit more inclined to try and give advice to them when I feel it is needed to help them out. I've always had more of a leader rather than a follower mindset, thanks to my dad when I was growing up. It's something he used to preach to me. Anyway, I just about called Kyle out over Discord when he announced doing that to make my character for no reason. I'm still debating calling him out for his antics. Would that make me the asshole too? I'm gonna read top comment, and then I'm going to read top comment, then I'm going to read the OP's response to the top comment.
Oh god,
And
here we
then
go.
Is it more detailed to the story, or is it just comments?
It kind of gives like a vibe. Like, I think it gives more context to how this guy is.
Yeah, if it gives more context to it, but if it didn't, I would just say, hold
this
on.
guy, this guy said he had
a
a crash out one session. Like, how bad of a crash out was it that he rage quit?
Yeah.
Well,
All right,
think that
let's
this
hear his
gives-
comments.
Okay, so you would not be the jerk for calling him out, but your behavior leading up to it, you're the asshole. You caused the party damage with your bold move, and then by your own admission made the next session unpleasant for everyone else because you had a bad day. You think Kyle disliked you for no reason before? The guy didn't know you before, but your actions put a bad taste in his mouth. Then, the very next session, you opted to sit out of any role-playing with the party to hide. Being able to interact with the party is what builds bonds. You remember me a lot of toxic people that I used to... You remind me of a lot of toxic people that I used to play the game with. So that's the top comment. His response. Kyle's character made it out unscathing, no fine incurred. Everyone who received a fine forgave me and have been pleasant to play with. I apologized to everyone for my behavior and took ownership of it, which I felt that was the mature thing to do in the situation. I didn't mention to them that I had a bad day leading up to it. I only said to give context. I made zero excuses and took 100% of responsibility, and for how I behaved, and everyone accepted it for him, except for him. And everybody else has been cool. There were 3 to 4 sessions since the rage quit incident where we've had a couple of successful encounters, and I've been quite helpful to them in those successes. When we are traveling in the cart to the city, my character can hear everything happening outside of the genie lamp, so to speak. So if something happened, my character could have come out and reacted. It was basically my character's way of taking a short rest in a warm place, so the role-playing made sense. What I did was appropriate for the situation or my character. Also, this is how you get hated on Am I the Asshole? Also, you don't know me at all, so stop calling me toxic.
Oh my god, shut the fuck up.
That's yeah. Okay, I'll give my opinions first. So, I think that it would be okay for him to say something to Kyle. I think that that would be okay if it was like a private conversation and whatever. But like, his behavior where he had the crash out is still kind of crazy. I don't know, like, yeah, he apologized for it, but like, I don't know, you're 32 years old, like, you should know how to like regulate your emotions and how like and make sure you're not taking all of your rage out on people that like you just met to. That's the thing. And it was only 2 months ago he was invited. I think that's also important to keep in mind too. So like also with like the things happening where they got fined, that could have been like literally first episode that he was in. Like that would be crazy. Can you imagine someone coming in and you don't know them as a person, right? Like outside of sessions, they come into your session and then they cause you to have like a massive fuck up and like get fined who knows how much. Like I would be like, damn, like you couldn't have like saved that bold mood you had for like a different session when we hadn't just first met.
Like a ticket, basically.
What does that mean?
Like it might be like a fine in their game. Like maybe like they got in trouble somewhere and they ended up having to pay a bunch of fines because they, I don't know, let's just say broke a bunch of stuff. They got into a fight that caused them a lot of city damage. Like something like that.
Okay, so it's like I was just like confused. Like what did they mean a fine? Like I was like, does that mean something bad happened in the campaign? Like
I mean, maybe it could have steered the campaign slightly off course a little bit.
Okay. No, I didn't know what he meant by fine.
Yeah. I mean, it could be a lot of things.
Another thing that I was thinking of too, the fact that he was like, yeah, he brought me in as like a reoccurring character for now and like a side character, and then he's like, but now I want to lead the whole group. It's like, bro, it's been like maybe 6 sessions, maybe give it some time. Like, you know what I mean? Like you're midway through.
No. Noah made a comment. Noah went, we burned down a library in Joe's campaign and put the bill on my character. And I didn't bat a fucking eye.
You guys in this campaign burned down the Slip Slurp Cafe within fucking 3 episodes, and I wasn't even here for it.
Yeah, and they all nonchalantly walked away from it. No, I mean,
I also use I don't know, like for me I feel like I don't know.
So okay, so for us as a group, like we've dealt with someone with like main character syndrome and someone that was a problem, and like to be out there saying that like someone like this the OP has the main character syndrome. It sounds like it. It sounds like he's calling Kyle out, but realistically it's the other way around. Like
he's upset that he's not the main character.
Literally.
He's upset that he's not. That's
right. Like we literally we're listening to basically someone who didn't get their way, fucked up the entire group, like new to the group. Like that's for you to do a bold thing in a new group is like, wow, I can't believe you just did that. But for them to
didn't I commit murder in my first episode?
Yes, but it was something that didn't matter. It wasn't like a major turning point. Like it sounds like what they did changed a big portion of the entire
I would
campaign.
like to know the context of what happened. Like what caused the crash out.
Too. He doesn't have any updates on this. He has a bunch of comments and then, all of them are downvoted.
And then not only that, but then he says I had such a bad day and then crashes out and then turns off. Like I've never once came to Dungeons and Dragons and I had such a shitty day, and then by the time I was done with it, I went like, damn, I had such an even shittier day playing Dungeons and Dragons. We've been playing this game for almost 3 years consistently, and every single time I've had a bad day and I've had D&D at the end of the day, it's been one of my best days.
I think you have to go into it with like the mindset again. This is a fucking game. It's a fucking game. It's supposed to be fun. Remember when I rolled like 3 nat 1s in a row when I was doing the fucking beam thing and I fucking lit myself on fire. Like, it's a fucking game, bro. I don't know. I guess
feel like this is one of the most telling lines by him. I figured I'd become more vocal the more established my character became, and the more of an asset I was to the group.
that's like the other thing. Like I can see it because like when I came into this group, I really didn't know any of you. Only person I knew was Kyle. And like I was like, oh, I don't want to like go out like, you know, fuck up anyone's
Guns
shit or
blazing
anything.
and
Yeah, but like also it was like I was reading how you guys were playing. And I was like, oh, I'll just fucking mimic my game around them because I'm the guest. I'm visiting. I am coming into this game, into this group. I'm going to respect how they play and respect how they do their story or how they role play and things like that. And I'll go off of that. And then, you know, like, you know, it's a respect thing. Like, you guys invited me to play with you, right? Like, I'm going to respect how you guys play the game. I'm not going to fucking force myself into this, you know? At least that's what I think.
I was gonna say that you probably have like the most like recent relevant like view on this because you literally started this way.
I think if you come into something with people who are like established in a group or something like that, you have to have some sort of respect for how they play the game. Like when I just remember like when we first met Gleer, you guys were in that dungeon and there was the bugbear down the fucking hall, right? That we could have ran and like I could have been like a total asshole and just been like, let's go fight the bugbear, fucking combat, fucking so cool. But I was like, I'm gonna see how they play this. Like I don't know, you know. One, also, I don't really know the rules of D&D, as you guys can tell. Like, I know a little bit, but, like, I'll always ask. That's another thing, too. Like, you have to be not afraid to be like, hey, like, you hear me. Every session, I probably ask you 50 questions. Like, what does that mean? What was that? You know? How does a combat work again?
No, yeah, you're 100% right.
I still ask that as I'm like 3 years in.
I think this guy, I think he's definitely got main character syndrome where he wants to be the main character. And he's also like, I'm going to come into this group. You know?
Sorry to interrupt the stream, but I found my dub. You want to pour me some dubs?
Give me a second. I got to take a phone call.
Improvised
Joey, what are your thoughts?
Yes, we are back.
Literally, as you were reading the story, Kyle had a look in his face, and I'm like, are we thinking the same thing?
Yeah, there's a lot of connections to a similar situation that our group has dealt with in the past.
Yeah, so it was, I don't know, it was bringing back some memories, and it's like, I think players with main character syndrome are like, they're honestly like some of the worst people to play with because again, it's a, you know, it's like a group thing. It's like a collaborative effort, and it's not like about like individual play. Like that's not the point of the game. Otherwise, you know, you could just do like, like if the game was about like, here we're gonna follow one character for 30 minutes throughout the session, and we're gonna swap characters every time. It's like, what is to stop you from doing like 5 individual character sessions with each of these people so they can just play on their own? You know what I mean? Like at that point, like what's like what is the difference? Like it's a collaborative game. Like it's about teamwork and like working together. So like having main character syndrome or people who play as a lone wolf are like the lone wolf characters.
Yeah, like the Luke
those are,
Goblin or the rogue that stands in the corner. Like those sort of characters.
It's like red flags, honestly, and they're like the worst people to play with. And I think just having that attitude in general is like, I think it was reflected in the way that the player ended up, going about in the session. And I also think that like it's one thing, like making bold moves is, it in like a new campaign or something, or like a new group of people, like I think it can be okay. Like you probably shouldn't be doing it, but like if you have like something in mind that you really want to try and you want to go for it, then like that's valid. But to get like all mad and upset and not be apologetic and then be humble and thoughtful about it after what you were trying didn't work or didn't go the way you wanted, I think is like not only a characteristic of just general immaturity, but also a characteristic of somebody who like I said before, is self-centered and wants to be in charge of the game and wants to be the center of attention for everybody.
At the end of the day, it's a collaborative storytelling game with multiple people. If you want to play one-on-one, or if you want to play like solo, do your own thing, play a single-player game.
Yeah, I was gonna say, play fucking Baldur's Gate, bro.
Play Baldur's Gate. There's a plethora of content on Baldur's Gate. You can play for hundreds of hours. And they're making a fourth one, so if you run out of content.
Also, I think it's just the typical millennial.
Yeah, I can see that.
Typical millennial. I'm just saying, like, that is how typical millennial reacts to shit. Oh, you hurt my feelings. Oh, my character was in a lamp and you threw me out of the cart.
Next story.
Next story.
Okay. Ironically,
wait.
This
did
one...
did we say that he's the asshole?
Oh yeah, OP's asshole.
Yeah. What does the vote say? Is there a vote on it?
He was the asshole, as we could probably figure.
What did Noah say?
Noah didn't give his assumption. He said, how mad was everyone how mad was everyone I made a decision that forcibly changed people's alignments? Oh.
Yeah,
so
I know. That's the first thing that came to mind when the story started.
Yeah, so funny enough, Noah did this to everyone else. So in my campaign, everyone else was giving. So the king of the kingdom they were in, he's like, okay, we understand that you have a bunch of gold. Like, give it over. Like, we know you have, let's just say 20,000. Give us like a majority of it, which was like 15,000. And Noah had like 30,000 himself, and he only gave like 1,000, and everyone else didn't really get a lot of gold or something along those lines. And everyone was like, Noah, what are you doing? And he's like, nope, I'm not giving it up. So they ended up. There's probably other context behind it, but basically he wasn't giving up the gold, and the king and a bunch of really high-level guards. Oh, whatever.
They attacked you guys?
Anyway, Noah was the reason why the guards attacked them, and in order for them to not get a TPK, Asmodeus had to come in and save the day, and then it changed the entire story, because, like...
Oh, is this the time rewind thing?
Yeah. So... I don't remember the total context. I bet Noah has them better, or someone else does, but...
Well, it seems like it all worked out because you guys are all still playing together.
Yes,
So-
because at the end of the day, it's still a game.
It's still a game. Oh my god.
And we have fun.
Bro.
Oh,
Okay.
yes, you're right. It was other people that wasn't giving up their gold. Anyway, next story. Dun, 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 dun.
Okay, next story. So this one is not an Am I the Asshole? This one is just this is on the subreddit RPG horror stories. So I guess you can give it you can tell this person if they're an asshole, but I really, it doesn't need it, but...
I'm gonna tell them they're an
think-
asshole.
Damn. I think I might have met the worst D&D player I've ever seen. Okay, so a little context before I tell you this. I'm a beginner DM. I've run less than 5 games, but my last game was a Candlekeep Mystery. I chose that because I wanted to define drop in, drop out point for people who weren't feeling the game anymore. So we played through a couple of those, but finally we got a pretty solid group together. Me as the DM, Curtis, Kyle, a really funny guy who I like a lot, and Paul, an older guy, 50s, 60s-ish, whose wife actually asked me to include him. Curtis I've known for yonks and wanted to be there. Kyle and Paul are great people, and I met over asking if people want to play over Facebook. Anyway, we had a few games together, just Candlekeep Mysteries at this point, but then I asked, do you guys want to play a longer campaign? Something that could be closer to once a week for a year or so? And then we were all like, hell yeah. So I said, we can include another person if y'all want. They were all for it, so I put up a post again. And then enters Josh. Remember, we are a couple of beginners. I'm a pretty beginner DM. Curtis has never played. Kyle has played, but a long time ago. And Paul played back when it was the 3.5 edition. So,
Jeez.
the first thing this Josh guy says outside of introductions was, "This is the smallest room I've ever played in." Cool.
Good start.
Josh, this is the only room we have to play in, so get over it. Bro opens a bag of Cheetos, munching away with his mouth wide open, talking about cars. Okay, this might be okay. He's a bit awkward and nervous and trying to overcompensate, I thought. No, our session lasted 2.5 hours before I had to cut it. I ended up making a 5-point list for both things that he did in-game and things that he did outside a game. So, in-game, the first thing he did was split away from the party and try to steal some shit from the lost and found. Tried to fight a kid. I had to tell him to knock it off after that. Did everything to avoid actually meeting up with the party. Completely skipped events that had actual lore reasons to be there because he was bored of them. Main character syndrome. Out of character. Complained about how small the room was we were playing in. Chewed Cheetos with his mouth wide open while talking. Burped in another player's face. Took a shit and didn't flush. And constantly my character.
Wait. Was this shit in game or out of game?
Out of game. Wait, I need context. Was it at least in the toilet?
Yes, but didn't flush it.
Oh, I used to do that at the apartment all the time. Just kidding.
This is the guy he met on Facebook, keep in mind.
Okay.
Wait, how'd they meet this guy?
Are you done with the story?
No. Consistently said, my character doesn't like your character because you're a dwarf. Kyle and Curtis were on their phones looking at me occasionally like, really? And I looked at them back in the eye saying, I know. Paul was a lot more tolerant, but even he was starting to get annoyed, especially since he was the dwarf character. I still kind of feel bad for kicking someone out of the group, but I know it's the right decision. Also, the longer I've spoken to other players, the more and more they tell me, nah, thank you for getting rid of that guy.
Okay. So I'm gonna. I want to.
This shit is wild. Yo, to go take a shit in someone's toilet and
This is the group you just met.
yeah, not flush. Yo, that's fucking crazy. Also, where did they find this guy?
Facebook.
What do you mean Facebook? Like they
No,
just...
you put an ad out. So it's a very common thing for Dungeons and Dragons groups. It would be like if we went to the game store and we put an ad out, looking for players.
This is so
No, but
crazy.
okay. I will say this because this is gonna be very, very it's gonna be very hot take. But like the fact that like he was definitely not a great person. Like he was an asshole. He did some weird stuff. But honestly, like, what are you expecting when you're getting a random person on the internet to come to your D&D group? Like, you have to expect the weirdest people to come.
Yes, 100%.
Like,
dude.
like,
literally,
100%.
Like, you can't expect a normal person. Like, this is not a normal hobby. Like, the average person...
normal.
The average person that does this hobby is not with it.
It's not
In certain
cool
ways.
and
I
hip.
think we're normal.
They're cool and hip in their own ways.
Yes, they're cool and hip their own ways, but to society, it's not as cool and hip.
Low key,
Like,
yeah. They
like
should've
would you
expected
go out
some
in public?
weirdo,
Like, if you
but-
went out in public right now and you started talking
And
about
take a
Dungeon
shit and not flush?
or chewing
That's crazy.
chewing Cheetos, mouth wide open, talking and then burping in another player's face, it's
That's
crazy.
Yeah, like, that's like-
That's insane.
Bro, like, yeah, this is like one of the sweats you pick up who fucking plays like 40K every day
Yeah,
at like our local card store.
yeah.
He's definitely one of those guys who will go to like the card playing tournaments. Like, you know which ones I'm talking about.
Yes,
And
neckbeard
doesn't
and all.
wear
Yo,
deodorant.
wait, did it say he had
intentionally to
BO?
win the game. No,
Probably.
no. But this seems like the type of guy who would go to one of those events intentionally not wearing deodorant just to have a leg up on the game because of how gross he smells.
Yes. I don't know, it's just...
No, personally, I think that in order for you to invite someone into your group, like, you want to start a long campaign, you start a long campaign and then you invite someone. It's just a little weird. Like when we first did Ryan, like, I kind of had him.
Whoa.
You're the only one that thought that. No one in the entire world thought that besides you.
What?
Like, when I-
Whoa.
When we first did Ryan?
Yeah. When we first had you join, we didn't just have you jump into it, did we? Or did we, like, I had you come over, like, and, like...
No, I came over and you guys finished the first half of the episode, and then I jumped in on the second half. But I'm also not a fucking jerk off, so like I kind of know how to
And I
read a fucking room.
And I knew you before.
Not shit
inviting you.
and not
Yeah,
flush.
and also he knew me before, and he knows that I'm not gonna be a fucking jerk off and shit in a toilet and not flush.
That's
That's
wild.
so insane. Someone said, "Good job. For future reference, try inviting people to a one-shot, preferably in a public place. It's a
Yeah.
good way to vet people." The
Like,
OP said, "After
I've
this experience, I definitely will keep that in mind, man. Thank you."
Like,
Don't
I've
judge me, but
considered
do it.
inviting people. I've considered inviting people, like, from, like, our local game stores and stuff, but I wouldn't just throw them into the campaign. I'd be like, all right, we're gonna do a one shot, or I'm gonna do it with one of my other players, and it'd probably be Ryan. We would just throw something together, just do something real quick.
Yeah, or like we would just meet the person and be like, this guy's not gonna shit in the toilet and not flush, not be a fucking disgusting pig and get Cheeto dust all over fucking everything.
He's reminding me of the guy from Toy Story 2, the chicken guy. Same energy.
Why? But I'm also confused. Like the guy's like, this was the smallest group I've ever played in.
No, smallest room.
Room.
yeah.
Oh, I thought you said group. Like he's played
No,
before.
it's even worse.
No, I thought like you meant like he's played before in big groups.
No,
Like-
this
No,
man has
smallest
definitely played
room.
one. He's definitely played solo D&D.
Well, that's what I thought. Like when you said the smallest group, I thought you meant like he's played in, other groups before, and I was like, how do fucking people stand this guy? What the fuck?
Smallest room is a crazy thing to tell someone.
I mean, I kind of said that I'm in a crack house right now, but also you're my buddy, so like I'll fucking
I literally-
You're
yeah,
not
I'm
some
fucking with
random
you.
guy from Facebook.
Yeah, that's
Yo.
totally that's totally different. Like
Yeah, Noah said he
Like-
usually plays in a concert hall. This guy.
So valid.
He literally plays with like 30 people. He plays in Critical Role Season 4, actually. With,
if I'm
with
not
16
playing,
people that go through a conveyor belt.
if I'm not playing in a full production studio with lights and booms and fucking, I don't even know what.
I'm a man with a house. It's coming soon.
If there's not a set on this table by next session, I'm gonna quit.
You know what I'm gonna do, dude? I'm gonna start hooking up shotgun mics everywhere for you.
Shotgun mics.
Shit a hole. No, that's crazy.
Yo, shit in the toilet is not much, is fucking wild.
Joe, what would you do if a random guy from
Is that
Facebook
someone's house?
comes to the group, right? And then burps in your face. You don't know this guy from a hole in the wall.
I think I'd
What are you
slap
doing?
him. I think I'd slap him on the spot, no hesitation.
I'd probably
Yeah,
just be
no,
like,
it'd be raps for that guy.
Yeah.
I'd be like, are you
They're going
serious?
through. They're going through the window right behind Ryan. They're going through the window instantaneously.
What are your thoughts on this guy? Would you hang out with him?
Dude, what a ridiculous fucking question.
Of course you would.
Yeah, I mean, obviously. Like,
Joe's response.
Dude, Joe doesn't take shit. Joe doesn't take
I mean-
shit. You think he's gonna hang out with someone like this?
What a
Dude, I mean-
ridiculous fucking question.
dude, taking a shit in someone's toilet and not flushing is aura, so I don't really see where the problem is.
It's aura.
Yo, that's it. He was just aura farming the whole time.
I want to know what aura you're trying to farm, but that's not what I want.
It's just like an old guy. It's an old guy who doesn't know what aura means, and he's like, "I'm aura farming."
Yeah, I guess so.
What a ridiculous fucking question.
What a ridiculous question.
Yes,
Of course,
he's
I shouldn't have even asked.
100%
I knew you were
asserting
gonna go with this
dominance.
That's what he was trying to do.
He might as well just
No,
shit
but-
right on the table and just be like, "All right, what are you gonna do about it?"
He was trying to be the alpha.
Yeah, what a giga Chad, bro.
Winner.
Yeah.
Oh,
shit.
princess.
Shows up to the session, eats Cheetos loudly, burps in face, shits in toilet, doesn't flush, and doesn't elaborate.
Winner.
But also, you have a point. Who just like you recruit some fucking guy from the internet and you invite him into your home? What the fuck do you think's gonna fucking happen?
So no one wants to know, is the OP the asshole or is Josh the asshole?
I would say both.
I would say that OP's the asshole because this guy was just trying to like show up and show out. He was trying to be memorable, you know what I mean?
He was memorable.
I mean, he's all over Reddit now.
This guy, what a goober. Like, who does that? Like, that's such odd behavior. Like, even for like a basement dweller, like that is such a weird thing to do.
No,
Like,
basement dwellers, this is common.
No, this is common.
That's a common thing for a basement dweller.
The shit with
go
no
to
flush though,
someone's
that's
house
not
and
common.
Like, that's crazy.
No, that's
I think
just
that's
that's
the
asserting
craziest out of
dominance.
That's
everything.
he was trying to
Like,
prove
that's
he's the alpha.
craziest thing out of everything. Like, all of the other stuff's strange, but like basement dweller behavior. But the taking a shit and not flushing is like actually diabolical. Like, literally, like you need to be put away behavior because that's criminal.
Also,
Like,
I
that
want to
should
say,
be
like,
illegal.
you said the gameplay, like, where he's like, he ran off, tried to fight a child. Like,
Yeah, we didn't even talk about that
we
part.
didn't even talk about the gameplay yet. Like, what do you mean? You immediately spawn in this mystical world full of fucking dragons and orcs and fucking elves and shit. What are you gonna do?
The human child.
Yeah, I'm gonna fight this fucking human child.
And then not even do any gameplay with the people you just met. Just,
Right?
like,
Not like
Wait.
be like, oh, like how, like what, like I don't know. I just
Let's not
don't.
talk. Wait. We're forgetting that he was extremely racist towards the dwarves, like a literal D&D.
consistently said my character doesn't like your character because you're a dwarf.
That's fucking great.
And this was the old man.
This is a racist. We got race wars in fucking D&D, boys.
Like people
Like,
say it as a
the
joke. This
guy that-
man like dead ass is like, yup, I'm chosen this now.
What's like a slur for like a dwarf? Aren't there like slurs for every race, right?
Yes, I
Maybe
think we
like
looked them up.
this is like a maybe we avoid trying to find a slur for the word dwarf.
No, I just mean like in general, like in canonically, like in the
Goldmonglers.
I
yeah,
can
like
tell
in
you
D&D,
one.
like there are
Vertically challenged. Let's go.
there are like races that hate each other in
Munchkin.
D&D, like canonically, right?
Yeah, like dwarves and elves.
Munchkins.
Yeah, they like Lord of the Rings. Like in Lord of the Rings, like how the dwarves
my
hate the elves. you
Yeah.
know?
Or like how most races hate orcs.
Yes.
Orcs.
Oh my god. This story is so funny.
Ah, fucking.
Like, what?
That's some boomer mentality to be like, you fucking vertically challenged, fucking
I can only imagine
tunnel
what,
digger.
I can only imagine what he actually said.
Tunnel digger. Like-
That's what dwarves do, right? They dig tunnels and dig for
Yes, they
gold.
do. Oh my god.
Like, just that's wild. That's wild. Like to be like, okay, wait, we're starting a campaign together that's gonna take over a year, and immediately I'm gonna hate that character, and tell him.
Every few seconds.
That's wild behavior. And then to fight a child too.
And
No,
not
we already
even hang
have
out
that.
with the
We-
group.
We
I really want to know what race he was playing
Yeah.
and what class he
Noah
was
said,
playing.
can we make a campaign where everyone is nice and respectful and gets along? There's no hate. No, we already have that. You kidding me?
Dude, Teddy healed the fucking sandworm.
Exactly.
I was dying, and Teddy healed the sandworm over me.
That's so true. And that's not even like an IQ thing. That's just a straight.
That's just a
love is love.
Straight, I love this worm, dude.
Oh my god. This is so. It took a shit and did it
listen,
a shit.
I know, Noah, that I've made arguably the most unlikable characters this entire campaign. Like, there's probably a good 4 or 5.
Earl Steinberg.
Earl Steinberg. Then
Zane
we got
Highborn.
Zane Highborn. Zach Black. He's a very neutral character. I feel
Zach
like.
Black's alright.
He's alright.
just a fucking meat sponge.
Yeah. He got destroyed.
He's
The
got a
sand-
fucking hole in his chest.
The sandworm destroyed him, and then all the undead destroyed him.
No, the sandworm knocked him unconscious. Evelyn healed him. He got back up, got knocked back unconscious again. Fucking fell in the hole, got knocked unconscious again, got healed, undead, knocked his ass unconscious again, and then he finally got healed at the Sphinx.
Sucked.
Yeah, bad
Oh my
player.
God.
Skill issue.
Nikki,
Alright,
name
any
your
other
favorite
comments?
NPC.
Jimmy
Currently?
Blinks.
Jimmy.
Oh, JB. He can go.
JB?
for it, dude.
Jamie.
Wait, we're talking about current NPCs, right?
Yeah, current NPCs. I can get the list out. I can start naming some NPCs.
Hold on, I should just go to my notes. Oh,
Glunks
actually, I
and
might have lost that
Glanks.
page in my notes.
Honestly, one of my favorite NPCs, they haven't been in the campaign too much, but they've had just enough screen time that you guys probably know it, is Ashley Zygwar.
Who the fuck is that?
You probably don't know, but-
I do not like her, bro. I do not like her.
I like how I
who
play
she is,
her.
I just.
I like John
It's not-
Storyteller.
Oh yes, he's the best one. He's the best one. Yep.
All right, so
I like John Storyteller and Glunks and Glanks.
Noah said Stinky Turner.
It's just not this campaign, bro.
Wait, what was the bakery we went to?
Oh my
There's a
god,
lot
let's
of
not even
bakeries.
go there. Are we
The
thinking of
Grand
the same
Bakery?
one?
Yes.
The Grand Bakery. Oh, do you know who the owner is? Fun.
While y'all chat, I'm gonna run to the bathroom really quick.
Thank you.
Oh, do you want to take a break?
Yeah, let's take a little breaky poo. Yeah.
Yeah, we can't really do another story.
We could probably do one more.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, we'll take a really quick break. Be right back.
And we're back.
from our little break.
Are we?
And,
Hello.
yeah, we are. Oh, no,
Okay.
that's not the right camera. What happened? Hold on. There we go. Boom. Got it.
Boom.
I did the wrong camera at first, so we're good.
So hello guys. The next story is from the subreddit AITAH. Would I be the asshole if I asked my friends to clap for my D&D performance?
Yes.
So-
Immediate. Yes.
So I've been playing D&D for years, but recently I decided to start playing a bard. I've been rewriting lyrics to songs for fun for years and figured I'd play some for my friends. I put a lot of work into rewriting several songs to be all about D&D. Most of them are about a minute long, and I think they are funny and not offensive in any way. So, after weeks of them begging me to perform, I finally did. And no one clapped or said anything. Unfortunately, we are meeting online on Roll20 to play, so I can't see anyone's faces. All I have is whether or not they clap or say something. The DM has been great after the first performance. She gave a detailed explanation of how the tavern was thrilled to hear it. After that, I was a little reluctant to perform again, but again, they kept begging me to, and I figured maybe they'd like the next song better. So I played again, and once again, I got stony silence. Am I a bad person for wanting to not perform anymore? Would I be the asshole if I asked everyone to react audibly the next time I performed? They don't have to clap, or they could laugh, or say, that's cool, or something. Maybe I'm too Canadian. If I beg someone to perform for me, I definitely give them some sort of audible reaction after I wouldn't just walk away. I would post the lyrics here, but I want to record them and post them on YouTube, so I don't want the lyrics getting out there. End of
Joe,
story.
I want your reaction. I want Joe's reaction before anything.
Joe is the bard.
Who had a performance?
I mean, I don't know. It's a little tough. I think, first of all, I think it's disrespectful to not at least like not acknowledge after somebody gives a performance. You know, I think, but at the same time, I think like expecting a reaction is also probably like not, you know, like when I did the performance, right? I wasn't like like everyone clap for me. This is the best thing you've ever seen in your whole life. Like I would never expect anything like that from anyone. You know, so I think maybe it's a little selfish to have an expectation. But like at the same time, it's like I really wonder what this table was in relation to the person who did the performance, like, because Loki,
They said they
Apparently
met.
they're
They met
friends.
randomly
If your
online.
friends did that to you, that's
get no
kinda fucked up.
reactions. I mean, to get no
Apparently
reactions
they're
is a little weird.
friends. Like, especially, like, my thing is, normally I'd be like, okay, that's kind of, like, weird. Like, if they were all in person, I'd be like, okay. Like, still, the reaction, like, no reaction is weird, but it would make, like, a little bit, like, I'd be like, okay. But the fact that it's over, like, Roll20 and they don't have any cameras, like, that's extra weird. Like, you ask someone to sing a song, and then nobody responds, and then you beg them to do it again, and then nobody responds. Like, that's strange.
Can
So,
I'm
okay,
gonna
so
be the asshole.
Also, but, like, one more thing, but also, she said that most of these songs, or he, I don't know, they didn't specify, but they said that most of these songs are, like, a minute long. Like, that's kind of absurd to perform for, like,
That
a
is
minute.
That's a
Crazy.
lot. It's a little cringy.
That's
I'm not gonna
crazy
lie.
and cringe. But I'm gonna be the asshole here. Maybe they were bad. Maybe they were
Oh,
like actually
you know,
That's
really
the other thing.
fucking
Maybe they
shitty.
were bad.
like there's some tone deaf people out there.
There's a lot more people who can't sing than can sing. That's why we praise the people who can.
Yeah. listen, coming from someone that I didn't have a performance, I had like a farewell death scene in the last campaign with in Joe's.
Mhm.
Like my character was like basically saying his goodbye because he was going to sacrifice himself.
Yeah.
And
Did you want an applause?
no, I just wanted everyone to just like respect my farewell. Like I was saying like my goodbyes to everyone. And then one of the players that name's going to stay very very quiet about was laughing when I was doing it, and I was just like, all right, I would have appreciated no reaction rather than a big fuck you to my farewell.
I would laugh at you, but I would also laugh at you behind.
You
laugh
wouldn't
at
do
you
it while
in
I'm
the scene.
mid-scene.
I would make fun of you after, and like after the session was over, I'd be like, "You cringe ass bitch!
Yeah.
You fucking cringe ass role playing bitch!"
Exactly.
But
That's
like,
what
you would make
during-
fun of me if I did something cringe too.
Yeah, but it'd be after the fact.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So, it's a little cringe. Firstly, it is very cringe that they're doing. If they were doing a full-on performance, that's very cringe. If
What
they're
is-
like, I sung for a minute.
What is Roll20?
Roll20, it's a online platform to do Dungeons and Dragons. So, like, how we have everything in person, it's
Yeah.
basically all virtual.
Okay, but
So,
like
like,
it's
the
not like
interactive
Discord,
maps.
right? Like it's like how do you meet the people on there and stuff?
No, you could actually be in chat with Roll20. So what's nice about it is like if
Uh-huh.
like the party separates or if like someone's in one room and someone's in another, it could be muffled.
Oh.
Yeah, it's really
Alright.
cool. It's good for online, but it wouldn't really work for us because we're like half and half.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Like, is it like matchmaking, like where you can meet random people and just join random groups?
Probably
like,
could.
like-
I think it's mostly.
Is that like
private,
what it's
though.
mostly used for? Like people who are just looking to play D&D and like on a Discord or finding like the Facebook group, like. Is that what it's mostly used for?
Probably something like that.
Yeah, that's like fucking weird to be like, I'm gonna do this minute performance for these strangers that I never met in my life. Like, you
Twice.
guys, I wouldn't give a fuck. I would do whatever, but.
Twice.
Yeah, twice. And also, they're gonna be assholes. They were probably begging this. It was.
Yeah, they were probably like, let's see if we can do it again.
Yeah, this is gonna be sound so terrible. And I feel really sorry. Because it's fucked up. But what I think happened was, it was really bad and really fucking cringe. And they were making fun of this person.
Oh yeah, they, like,
And that's why
muted
there was no
themselves.
reaction, because they didn't want to be mean, right? And so they asked them to do it again.
That honestly,
I'm not an expert on human behavior, but that's what it kind of seems like.
Yeah.
like they are friends, but like that does feel like something that would happen. Like your friend just does something so cringe that you're like, I gotta see it again.
Yeah. But also, like, if I you put in a lot of work into this whole thing, right? Like, you put a lot of work into it. And, like, you do some cringe-ass shit. Like, when you were like, JB was like, I got that beast in me.
That was
like,
funny though.
That was funny. Yeah, but it's also, like,
I got that
cringe, you
beast
know?
in
Like,
me.
there's some, like, cringe things that happen. But,
Yeah.
like, I respect that the amount of work you put in. Like, I respect the amount of work everyone puts in, so I'm not gonna fucking, like...
But you have to take it with a grain of salt. You got to expect to not get a reaction or to get a negative reaction, and
Yes.
just to keep going with it.
Yes. But
Yeah.
also, like, I'm also one of those people that will tell you straight up, like, yo, I'm
Yeah.
gonna be honest, we're live streaming this shit. I would not do that again.
I've done stuff on stream that you have told me never to do again.
Yes, exactly. Like, I would pull you aside and be like, hey, listen here, brother. All right? This is on the internet forever. Don't do that.
This is on the internet forever.
We're gonna keep streaming, and exactly, Zoot Magoo. Sorry, I'm calling out.
Exactly.
I don't know.
Zoot.
Yeah, I'm more of a straight shooter. So like, if something was bad or cringe, I'd be like, "Yo," I'd probably pull you aside and be like, "Yo,
It ain't it, dog.
it ain't it." You know, like especially this person said they want to put their songs on YouTube.
Can we can we find him?
I couldn't
Off stream
find.
we'll do
This
it.
was like, wait, let me see. I don't think that they're gonna have it. Like,
But what?
let me
No,
see,
dude,
because
no,
I
it'd be
checked their.
fucking. It'd be fucking wild if it's actually really fucking good.
We'll find it later.
We'll find it later.
I'll see if I'll see if I can. Wait. Oh my God! Wait, they posted something like 3 months ago.
We'll look at it later.
We'll look at
We'll-
it
we'll look
off
at it
stream.
later.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
I wouldn't expect a reaction.
Yeah. Next
this
story.
is the last story. So this one has an update, but I was trying to
Ooh.
find this one for so long.
Ooh.
This one comes from the subreddit RPG Horror Stories. My 11-year-old daughter and her friends are a bunch of murder hobos.
What?
My daughter is 11 years old and started watching Stranger Things on Netflix a while back because some kids in her class were talking about it. After seeing some episodes, she came to me asking what Dungeons and Dragons really was. I am by no means an expert in this game. I've played maybe 4 sessions about 20 years ago. But I explained the concept to her and she thought it sounded really cool. I found my old dice and gave them to her for her to mess around with. Last week she came to me and asked if I could make a story for her and her friends to play. It sounded like a fun idea, so I obliged. And because it was Halloween, even though in our country we don't really celebrate it, I created a small Halloween campaign for the girls. In the interest of time, because they had done, it had to be done in the afternoon, and I didn't have time to browse through entire rule sets. I created simplified character sheets for them with a bunch of simple predefined skills and crafted an inventory for each of them with some helpful items to fulfill some of the challenges. I made a PowerPoint with several images to help them visualize what was going on and where they were. I prepared a handwritten scroll with their quest objective on it, burned the edges a bit to give it a cool look. All fun stuff. The quest itself was pretty
bro.
W. The quest itself
W's
was
in
pretty
chat.
simple.
W's in chat.
W's in chat. The quest itself was pretty simple. The town where the girls lived in was cursed for Halloween, and if they didn't lift the curse before midnight, all the townspeople would turn into monsters. In order to prevent this, they needed to gather 3 ingredients from around town and then go to the center of the haunted forest where a witch could craft a spell that would lift the curse. I had a lot of things prepared, but one thing I didn't prepare for was that my daughter and her 3 friends quickly turned into murder hobos. The first ingredient we needed was a bag of candy. So walking around town, they found a kid who went trick-or-treating. First, they asked him, quote, nicely, to give them over a piece of his candy. But, well, of course, the kid said no, so I imagined them using some sort of gold, or maybe had a bit of intimidating, or could roll a intimidation check into scaring the kid to giving away his candy. So the first girl, who's a wizard, noticed that I had written under her spells category on her character sheet, Fireball. So quietly, she could burn the kid.
W kid.
So she could burn the kid. All the other kids immediately were like, wait, can she? I told them that they could do whatever they imagined. So they chose to burn the kid and take his candy. My daughter, feeling a bit remorseful, explained that she took a tiny urn to carry his ashes with her. And well, that set the tone for the rest of the campaign, as I could have never imagined those girls being so evil. The second ingredient was a bottle of wine, so they went to a local tavern and first tried to steal a bottle. When the stealth check failed, they decided to jump the barkeeper and kill him to take the bottle of wine. The third ingredient was a dragon's tooth, which they could find in the house of an orcish warrior on the outskirts of town. Instead of knocking on the door, their first instinct was to try and kick the door down.
Whoa, what?
My daughter rolled
Yo,
a
these
one.
girls are vicious.
My daughter rolled a 1 on that check, so I told her she lost 1 HP because it hurt her foot. So the next idea they had was to break the window to enter the house like that. Of course, the orc was not happy with some adventurers breaking into her house and attacked the party on sight. So they casted a sleep spell on the orc, tied her up with the rope they had, and decided to just take the tooth like that. I found some
Okay.
art online to put into the PowerPoint to represent the orc, and the girls were like, wow, she's kind of cool. She has kind of cool armor and a cool axe. So they decided to strip the orc of her armor and her axe, leaving her naked, tied up, the orc behind while ransacking some random items from the house. On the edge of the forest, they went where they found a ghost. The idea behind the encounter was that the ghost was afraid of the dark, so the girls would need to talk to the ghost and try and figure out what he was afraid of and help him quell his fears. In return, he would show them the path into the forest. To be clear, the encounter I had given the wizard a light spell and I had put a candle into the starting inventory for the cleric. After finding out what the ghost was afraid of, they took a good hard look at the image I had added to the PowerPoint. A ghostly shaped figure dressed in a white cloak. So maybe we should just set the cloak on fire. That will light up the area. They giggled. So the ghost ran away on fire, revealing the path of the haunted forest.
That is beautiful.
The encounters in the forest didn't exactly go as planned either. They first encountered a group of skeletons dancing around a bonfire. The skeletons asked them to join them in their celebration for Halloween and complete a ritual dance with them, and they would be rewarded. I had already readied up some music for this dance. My daughter often does, and once I played the music, they immediately got up from the table to perform the dance for the duration of the song. Upon completing the dance, the skeleton showed them the path deeper into the forest. Before leaving, the girl who played the rogue asked the skeleton why the party wasn't getting the reward they were promised. The skeletons explained that showing them deeper into the forest was the reward. The girls did not like that answer and decided to teach them a violent lesson. Where I had previously underestimated their desire for murder, I had seriously overestimated their intelligence. Next, they arrived at a pond where a water spirit gives them a riddle. When they solved the riddle, they would receive a magical medallion that would help them open the magical portal later in the quest. Since it was a water spirit, I looked up an easy riddle online of which answer would be river. So they put their collective brain power together, with me emphasizing multiple times that it was a water spirit and giving them some helpful tips along the way. But it seemed to be going over their heads. And they were getting to the point of looking into alternative solutions to this problem. My wife, who had been listening to the banter, yelled at them from the living room, "It's a river, you idiots!" They giggled and happily accepted the medallion. Next up, a giant crow, who wanted some candy to feed her chicks because they were hungry, unwilling to share. We could now add a dead crow to the fatality list. Next, I made them
Oh no!
literally. Next, I made them do a perception check, which 2 of them failed. So our mage and cleric were trapped inside a giant spider web. A giant spider attacked the girls because of their lust for blood. I significantly beefed up the health pool I had provided for the encounter. An epic battle ensued where the brave fighter tried to fend off the spider as the rogue tried to free them by throwing her dagger at them. Of course, I made every throw a skill check, and they giggled as the rogue accidentally hit the cleric instead of the web. Eventually, all of them joined the fight, with my daughter coming up with a great plan to mount the spider and start choking it with her rope. I happily obliged, and hold on, and let her do some checks in order to mount the spider and start choking it. Proudly, she passed every check and was explaining in great detail how she wrapped the rope around its head and started pulling it all with all her might until I casually explained to her that spiders have book lungs and don't breathe and the same way mammals do, resulting in 0 damage. But it was a cool idea nonetheless. They took a serious beating during the fight, but they were super proud at the end. It even got the honor of having its corpse burned and its ashes being carried around in a separate urn. Okay, so 2 urns, not just 1 anymore.
Nice.
Finally, they arrived at the magic portal in the forest, which took them to the witch's hideout. The medallion started to light up, and the image in the portal showed them a puzzle. I found it online, which was the first phase in the chorus of a popular song in my country. The idea was that they solved the riddle and all started singing together, and the portal would open, showing them the way. Once again, it went over their heads until my wife passed by. It took a single glance at the riddle and she gave them the answer. Happily, they started singing, but it seems like the puzzle solving wasn't the party's forte. Right before they meet the witch, they were confronted by a Treant? Treant, yes. The original idea behind it was he was the protector of the witch, and the heroes had to talk about their noble deeds, and once he was convinced of their goodness in their hearts, he would let them pass. Due to their actions, I had to change it up. And he was quite upset with the chaos that the party had caused in the forest and seeks an explanation from them. Contemplating on their apology to him, they also came to the conclusion that if it's a tree, he's made out of wood. They set wood, and they can set wood on fire. Since we were running out of time, I really wanted to wrap things up before her friends started to leave. I just played along, and a single fireball also reproduced a poor, reduced it to ash. The confrontation with the witch was also cut short, and without any hassle or struggle, she crafted the spell that they needed to recite in order to remove the curse. Happily, our noble party returned to the town, where they celebrated their victory, being worshipped by the entire town for their bravery. The girls seemed very happy, and yesterday after school, my daughter came to me telling me that everybody had a great time and they were still laughing about it all day. She asked me if I wanted to do something similar with them in the future, but I guess that for a new campaign. I'm seriously going to have to consider some serious consequences for their actions and make an action-packed stories with a lot more battles. It's not that much of a horror story, but I wanted to share nonetheless. For now, I'll just start reading the rules again to see what more I can give to them for a fun time.
Make enemies harder.
Make enemies harder.
Yeah,
Also,
I mean,
sorry, there was some weird grammar things in here. I don't.
English is probably not
there was some
first
weird grammar
language.
things in here. That's what I was assuming as well.
Yeah.
Honestly,
but
what W parents in the chat?
W parent.
I mean, both of them were awesome.
That's
W
awesome.
parent.
Yeah, I mean that's awesome. I like that's so sick, and also like I think that's hilarious that the fucking little girls are just absolute fucking savages. W little girls, that's hilarious.
Oh,
Yeah, the fact that they were just like little murder hobos.
But I don't even know why they're called hobos.
You know what murder hobos are?
No.
It's a term so murder hobos is a term in Dungeons and Dragons. It's literally someone that just like they try to kill everything, and they'll like their goal is to just kill.
Oh.
Doesn't matter how much they've done damage wise. Yeah, Nikki, did they say how old the girls were or no?
11.
11?
They were
Which is
11.
even more savage about how they were murder hobos.
I fucking love it. I think it's hilarious. I think
just
W
imagine
parents.
like 3 little.
If you also then, it seems like it was a skill issue for the DM. DM skill issue, honestly.
Honestly, should have buffed up those characters a little bit more.
Yeah.
I mean, they did say this was their first time playing Dungeons and Dragons in a very long time. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that it's very funny that the first part of the quest, literally the first thing one of these little girls did was shoot a fireball at another
At a little kid.
At a little kid. No, but like, I mean, I don't know. You're a kid.
Honestly, like,
These kids are growing up playing fucking Fortnite, bro. They're used to.
I will say
Get
this:
kids
murder.
into murder hobos.
Yeah.
If/when I have kids, this is exactly how I'd want to introduce Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, no, that's honestly, I think it's hilarious. I think it's great.
It's hilarious, and honestly, it's very like yes, is it very dark how they're acting 100%, but it's cute.
Yeah, but like that's the
It's
thing.
so
Like
funny.
they know it's a game. Like, you know, that's the thing.
Yeah,
It's a
not
game.
these grown adults
Not
that we were
these
talking
grown
about.
adults fucking
Yeah.
seeking applause after a performance
And
or
shitting in a toilet and not flushing.
shitting in a toilet and not
It.
flushing. Fucking what else were they complaining about? Fucking artwork. Fucking god damn it, dude.
Like
Yeah.
this, like when we say it's a fun, silly, not silly, but you know what I mean. It's like a fun game. Like this is exactly what I mean. Obviously, you
Yeah.
don't play like this an entire campaign or you drive everyone insane. But for like a one shot, like this is so fun.
Yeah, I think that's awesome. Like, it's definitely hilarious. Like, we do dumb shit here all the time.
Yeah.
Exactly. Next
fucking old.
on the list is burning a child for their candy.
I'm trying. Well, wait.
W. Instant W. Like, the kid didn't give him the candy. The girl's like, well, they probably didn't really know the rules. They probably didn't know, like, they could do intimidation checks and, like, all this shit. So they were like,
All right.
well, how
I'm
the
gonna burn
fuck else are we gonna get this candy?
Burn
Fucking
'em.
light them on fire! The stripping the orc naked, that's hilarious as
That's
well.
the best part about it.
Like that's crazy. Like
That's
that's
like-
wild behavior. Hot
They
side
saw
too.
that shit and they were like, I want that.
My.
They saw that picture and they're like, I want that shit.
I think the best part was the orc stripping and the fact that they had 2 urns. by
Yeah,
the
they
end of it.
kept the ashes, bro.
His daughter felt bad, so she took the kid's ashes in an urn. Like that's crazy.
I will carry you to the end of my journey.
See, this is the type of parents you should have. A parent that's joining the session, not letting your 11-year-old daughter hang out with older children.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah. This is W parenting. This should not be on RPG horror stories. This should be on W parenting if that's a subreddit.
No, seriously.
It
R
probably
slash
is.
good parents.
R/good parent.
This story. This was the one that I was looking for because I just think that this story is so, I don't know,
It's
it's
so
cute
wholesome.
and it's funny. Yeah, no, exactly. It's just wholesome and I felt like it would wrap up the stories really well.
Yeah.
I could
I'm
read
really
the update, but it's like not really like it's not really important. It's more like
No, give the update.
they
Yeah,
need a
did they
bigger
play another
group.
game?
Yeah, but he doesn't really go much into that. Oh wait, I'll read like a little line from it. So instead of 4 girls now, it's 6. The girls barge. Arriving at an old house, the girls wanted to barge inside, but our druid was afraid that it might be a trap. So he went to look at a bird nearby and asked for more information who was living in the house and if they had seen any suspicious activity as of late. I started noticing that the girls were kind of getting bored as their characters were fighting amongst each other. Casually, one girl says that she picked up a rock and threw it at another girl's head.
Yeah. I'm just gonna say this from my experience. but little girls are fucking savages. Like, just from experience of like having like all female cousins, when we were growing up, these fucking bitches were goddamn savages, bro. Fucking absolute savages. Fucking throwing rocks. Fucking going fucking ape shit. Knocking down swing sets. Like,
Sometimes
my
you gotta
aunt
do it.
planted flowers once, and they immediately ripped them all out of the ground because they said they looked ugly.
Feminine rage.
That is definitely,
Little girls are savages.
That is savage. That is 100% savage.
It's like when you watch someone play Sims, you know what I mean? And like all of their Sims characters are like living terrible, horrible lives. Like it gives the exact same energy as this story.
No, I
Oh my
completely-
god.
I love it.
I concur.
I love it. W parent.
Yeah.
And you know what's even funnier is if it was all little boys, I feel like the same exact scenario would happen. It's just funnier because it's little girls.
Yeah. You think they're gonna be all sweet and innocent and cutesy?
Yeah, if it was like a bunch of like group of little boys, like 11-year-old boys, like the shit would go down exactly the fucking same. Everything's on fire. Fucking orcs getting stripped naked because they want to take their shit. Fucking trees on fire. Like it would be exactly the same.
Wholesome.
Yeah, it's just even funnier because it's little girls, so it's unexpected.
It just feels wholesome when you hear that it's like a group of 4 11-year-old girls. You know what I mean?
I think it's more wholesome too because like the parent is the DM. So like
Yeah.
He could really control the narrative.
yeah, and like that's like the way like he sounds like he set everything up is fucking like that's awesome. Like doing the
Steered towards little
PowerPoints,
girls.
like making a whole like puzzle and
I love how the mom's in the other room. She's like, "River, idiots!"
River, you dumb fucks.
Oh my gosh. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah. Joey, how do you feel? What do you think?
Bro.
Dot dot dot.
Yeah, bro. I mean, they're little they're 11, bro.
They're little
I really-
murder hobos.
I wonder what these girls do like in their free time outside of D&D, you know.
Fortnite.
No, it's got to be worse than Fortnite.
Watch Stranger
Roblox.
Things, allegedly.
Dude, they gotta be watching something ridiculous. Well, I guess Stranger Things is kind of a bit of an aggressive show to show 11-year-olds, right?
No, man, you can't even lie. You would have done the same shit at 11. Like,
I 100% would have.
yeah.
I don't know if
Straight
I
up, probably would have exploded a random kid with my friends when I was 11.
Like
In
I
game,
remember.
in Minecraft.
Like I remember when I was 11, like I said, like I was playing GTA and shit. Like we were spawning in tanks and like just blowing up cop cars to see how high we can get the wanted level. Like when I was 11,
Oh my
or
god,
like
that's
just
crazy.
like going around sniping people from buildings in GTA. Like it's just like chaos, bro.
Yeah.
It's chaos. Got murder on my mind.
Mind on my murder.
Yeah, this was just I liked this one.
It's
It's
hilarious.
so funny.
Is that
Alright.
our last story?
That is our last story.
What a high note.
What a high note. What a good note to
I
end
couldn't
on.
leave off with like the worst D&D play. Well, that one would have been a good one to end off on.
The
Because
shit
that
no
was-
flush. That's
It's
wild.
crazy.
I
What
can't wait to
what
do
was
that next
everybody's
session.
favorite
Yeah.
story?
How about in the comments you leave your favorite story, and we'll see. We'll see what the majority says.
How about if you're watching this YouTube video, if you have a crazy D&D story, leave it in the comments and we'll read it on the next podcast.
Yeah, we're trying to do
Yes.
this every once in a while.
Yeah.
So,
Also,
do it.
sorry for my terrible reading at points.
It's
I tried
okay.
my
English
best.
is hard.
English are hard.
The words are really tiny on the screen, and
You know they make a zoom function.
I know, and I couldn't figure it out, so I just
I'm sorry, that
Okay,
was
but
so
we-
mean.
No,
that was
it-
so
we're go-
mean.
we're
No,
going to judge you for that,
she
though.
operates
I
on
had to say
computers.
it.
I can't
She
find
operates
it.
computers like a boomer.
find it. I actually, like, do you want to know the funny thing? I did look for the zoom option, and I could not find it.
Bro.
Oh.
I don't know where to find it, but it's okay. I
It's
feel
okay,
like
you'll find it
overall my
someday.
reading skills were okay
Yes.
most of the time.
Well, I'd like to thank everyone for watching the stream. Those in the chat, thank you for tuning in.
Thanks for watching, Noah.
Thanks for watching, Noah, for being involved, even though you're not here. We do miss you in person.
Yes. Also,
Make sure that-
Zoot, I agree.
What was that?
I said Zoot, I agree.
Yes, Zoot agrees. Make sure you use Improvised 10 at checkout. W.GG. Get 10% off of your next order from W. Really good energy drinks. I was having some earlier. It was really good. Wait, hold on. This is my favorite flavor so far, the Dragonade. Very, very good. Make sure that you follow us on Twitch if you're in the chat. Make sure you also drop a follow for our YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. It's all under Improvised Tools. Also, if you are in the chat right now, make sure you use that discount code for our Etsy store, etsy.com/improvisedtools. Get 15% off your next order. And I think that's about it. Thank you all for watching. We will be having our next session next week, so make sure you tune in and don't miss out. And we'll see you all next week. Adios.
Bye.
Bye.